Hi, my name is Stephanie, and I want to talk today about all the killings of black men and the way that the officers are going about doing their jobs. I want to say that we, as a people in a world that just doesn't have any control and have lost all human humane uh, insight on a world. I mean, it just disgusts me beyond compare, especially because I'm an empath and I can feel everything that goes on in the world and see what goes on, especially when you have a gift and you know what's being done is wrong and shouldn't be done. To watch time and time again how people are being treated if their ethnicities are Hispanic, black, compared to how a white American is treated. Uh, I want to say that being part American, German, Polish, and French, and being part Latina, that it disturbs me to live in a world where you can't even go anywhere and feel safe if you are pulled over by a officer or pulled over, for any different amount of reasons. This world has got to change. I mean, as people today in 2020, in order for our world to even survive, we need to start changing the way that we think. We need to start changing the way that we look at life. The way that we were taught does not necessarily mean that those were the correct and right ways, because in a majority situations, we were not taught the correct ways. So we need to re-teach ourselves now to be better people and to live in a world, you know, that has meaning. I mean, we have lost the touch of meaning. The government and the police and different people are taking their jobs, overboard. Like, who gives you the right to take a person's life and kill another human being? Who gives you the right to think that you have the authority to even take a life? That's not your job or your responsibility, or that's not even your place. Nobody has that right but God himself. God brought us in this world and he's the only one that could take us out. So I pray that you as a people start changing your ways and you start looking at life in a different way that you've been looking at it, and the way that you do your jobs as officers and government officials, and start doing your jobs differently. You do not have to kill people in order to figure out a situation or what's going on. I mean, it has to stop. You're killing people's kids, sons, fathers, grandsons, daughters, nephews. I mean, it goes on and on. I mean, the topic is just, it has to be looked at. And you have to allow these people in this world to be able to go and protest and do what it is that they want to do. You can't be throwing smoke and bombs at them because you feel like that's what you could do because you have the authority and you have those things in your hand possession. No, it has to stop. They have the right to speak what they feel in their hearts. It's called freedom of speech, and it has to stop. You have to allow them to do that. You can't stop them from doing that as long as they're not hurting anybody. Let them do what they need to do because they're trying to, from deep within their heart and soul, they're trying to express what they feel. And don't do that to those people. Don't block them from having freedom of speech. They have a say so. This is their world just as much as it is anybody else's. Let people express themselves, because when you do these things, you don't only hurt that child, that person that died, or their family. You hurt a lot of us, because we all feel, because that could have been my son, any one of my three sons. That could have been any one of my family members, just, like anybody else. But we have to start changing our mindsets. The negative things that try to invade our mind and the way that we think. You have to be in control of that. There's no excuses for that. Just like with me, I have a choice. If I choose to be on the street and keep acting a fool, or am I going to choose to be a better woman for myself and for the ones that I love? That's a choice that I have, and I made that in the past couple years for me because I want to better my world. I don't want to leave my mark like I didn't try to better my world. I want to better my world, and I want to be able to help my world to see that. And I know that that's my gift, that's why God got me here still, because I should have died many times and I'm still here. And there's a reason and a purpose, just like there's a reason and a purpose for many of you being alive that have been shot, that have had guns put to your head, that have been kidnapped, that have been whatever, had bad interactions with police and been beaten up and so on and so forth. You're here for a reason, to share your stories, to show that you're still here, and to help this world be a better place, because your children, your grandchildren, your family members, they're counting on you. Even when we think nobody's watching us, they're watching every move that we make. And I pray for our world that we be better, a better people. Thank you.